Hi guys! I had to make sure I got this gorgeous plant in the picture. Josie got it from my mom and dad for her birthday. So I wanted to make sure it was seen before I accidentally kill it. I have no green thumb and I'm trying really hard. First off, I have to apologize because I don't have anything but CC cream and mascara on right now, and I just took my hair out of the ponytail because I figured it might look a little bit better. It was a pretty busy day today. Before we even get into the class, let me give you my excuses. I went over to Tammy Clout's house and she did a charcoal mask on me. It's like the big thing right now. They have it has rosemary and lavender in it, which I can smell. So good on you, Mary Kay, for adding that stuff in there because it smells great and it does wonders for the skin. And it was really cool, except for all the crap that was coming out of my nose. It was kind of gross. Hi, Dad. So I also didn't want to get the light blaring into you guys. Wow, that was pretty awesome. Hi, Christina. But today we're going to talk about essential oils and emotions, which it's kind of a big deal. Right now, I was actually thinking before I went on live, I was going to go get some Valor, some peace and calming, because Josie had a rough day today. Thank you, Dad. You're very funny. Josie had a rough day today. She just didn't get her naps in the way she needed to, and she's teething, and I'm not going to lie, it affects me too. So Chris is taking care of her upstairs, and he knew he needed to take her upstairs, because if she kept, whining and crying, I would probably just break down into a big ball of messy mommy business, and that's just the way it is. Hi, Aunt Sharon. I know, Dad, it is rough, but just you wait, because I'm going to come see you soon, and you're going to get to help and deal with it, even though with my dad, Josie just conks out every time we go over to see him. I think it's like the dad thing. She just sleeps on his chest. Yeah, Mom, it is teeth. Her two top ones just came in and kicking my butt. But that being said, I think the timer over there, as you see me squint, don't make fun of my squinting, says 6 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. So emotions and essential oils. You guys know from all the classes before that the real reason I got into essential oils education and selling or sharing it was because of emotional support and hormonal support too. So emotional support, I was in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, as I look at my hair, and it was pretty intense time. That's what I'll say, because I don't want to freak anybody out that's pregnant watching this. It was a lot of stress, concern. Chris was on his way down to be with me because I was still in Fort Riley, Kansas, because I had to have the baby there because of the Army. We won't get into that. And I was stressed out. My sister was there and she was taking care of me, but she had her own stuff going on. Yes, Christina, Valor. That's the oil I need right now. Sorry, you guys. I saw her post that and I needed to add it to it. But it was a lot, and I needed my something else. Because I needed Chris and I need my sister, but Chris wasn't there yet, and essential oils really stepped in and took care of that stuff for me. We're going to be focusing on starter kit oils because that's what most of you have, and it's kind of easier just to go over those. And then I'm going to be doing an emotions and essential oils class number 2, where I'll talk about a little bit other oils that are outside the starter kit. And then today I might talk about a couple oils depending on the amount of time we have. So I'll stop mumbling and get right to the class. Mom brain. Okay, so make sure, like you guys are already doing, feel free to comment, ask questions. There's a little bit of a lag, like a 5-second delay when you post something, so I might not get it right away, but when you do, I'll immediately tangent to you and answer your question if I can, and if I can't, I'll get you the information later. Hi, Bergam. We love your Snapchats, by the way, Bergam. Chris shows them to me. They're really funny, especially when I saw was it the buffalo in your house? Or no, it was in your house, but it was in your front area of your house. That was crazy, by the way. Hi, Becky. Hi, Macy. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing is with oils, it's continual use. You got to use the oils more than once a day. They're not just like magic in a bottle. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't feel anything right away. And I'm like, well, it's because you used it once and it takes some time. Like with Josie, I used lavender on her probably for a good 3 or 4 days. And then I started to see a noticeable difference with her. Because it calms her down, thank God. Right after we give her a bath, we slather her in lavender with a little bit of lotion. We read her stories and she conks out, which she is sleeping through the night now. So I feel like I did a good mom thing. Okay, again, back to the oils. So the question is, how can oils benefit our emotions? Essential oils can penetrate the cell membrane and cross the brain-blood barrier within seconds. So essential oils can actually pull your body back into the support and balance that it needs just by a smell, by diffusion, by topical, like on your chest or on your hands, and then smelling it. It has a powerful influence over how we think, how we feel. Think about like your favorite memories. A lot of them are tied to senses. Again, I'm going to talk about my grandma. Anytime I smell bacon and hot chocolate together, I think of my grandma and my grandpa Davis in Kansas for Christmas. And it always reminds me of them. It always brings warmth to my heart. And then they had this wooden duck in their house that my grandma would put cinnamon oil on. And I swear to God, even to this day, I go there and it smells just like that. And that's one of the reasons I like Thieves so much, because I'll use the Thieves cleaner in here and I'll use it in the wash upstairs because it smells like my grandma's house. And I always have the best memories of that. So where to start supporting your emotions with oils? Each oil in the starter kit you guys have seen before have a multitude of things they can do. Like Panaway, I talk about all the time, is great for sore muscles. Well, it's good for other stuff too that has to do with emotions. So we're actually going to get into it now. I'm actually going to start with Copaiba because I feel like we never talk about Copaiba. It's kind of like the little bottle in the kit that nobody even mentions half the time because it's not a powerhouse like peppermint or Panaway or lavender. So Copaiba is like a sweet, warm scent. It's often used to improve moods, kind of like the Himalayan rock salts, if you have any of those. Becky, the Panaway, it's a blue, it comes in the starter kit. It's probably the best way to get it is through the starter kit because it usually is a pretty expensive oil, and man, is it amazing. Hi, Allie. Panaway is what I use all the time. Yep, Kat said it. Panaway and peppermint. Kat was actually the first one to give me a roller with Panaway in it, and she's the one that got me addicted to essential oils through CrossFit here. Friggin' phenomenal. Okay, back to it. So Copaiba, it can help relax muscles. Like I also include it in my pain blend with Panaway. It can help reduce nervous irritability. It can help you on days where you feel like you've got a little bit of depression or blues. And it may promote feelings of contentment and peace. So I add it in my pain relief blend. I add it in my calm blend. And usually anything I want to apply topically because of the smell kind of helps me out. And they say it's an amplifier. So like if you're wanting to amplify the effects of something, just use that in the blend. So, and who doesn't want to improve their mood? Anyways, so Digize. Digize, a lot of times people talk about for digestion support. Hi, Simon! Simon was on one of my first essential oil classes. He kind of hijacked it. I don't think you knew what was going on, but I just wanted to say hi and that we're going to miss you, Simon. I still need to send you that picture of Josie like looking at you like you were crazy when we went out to dinner the other night. Anyway, sorry guys. So Digize. A lot of times with emotional just like stress, people will end up being in the bathroom for a while. Like it just can kind of cause things to not really go so well. Like if you're prepping for an interview or you have a big test. I know a lot of times when I get super, super nervous, I end up in the bathroom for a while. So it's got juniper in it, which actually can kind of help alleviate a little bit of that emotional stress possibly. And plus it's got ginger in it, which can kind of help with the physical side effects too, I wouldn't doubt. Frankincense. A lot of people talk about frankincense, or frank as those in the oil business like to call it. I find it to be a grounding blend. A lot of people who go to church recognize the scent, obviously, because of church. It can be supportive when you have feelings of fear and loneliness and insecurity, and it can be calming and relaxing. I usually put it with lavender when I diffuse it because it gives me that kind of nice, homey feeling. I also use it in my skincare line at night before I go to bed as part of my nighttime winding down routine. It usually takes me a little bit, not that you guys I'm sure notice, to wind down after the day. You should ask Chris, like right after CrossFit, I'm like going 1,000,000 miles an hour. So maybe I should use it in my morning routine too. Lavender. Everybody talks about lavender, and you guys know that I'm not actually a big fan of lavender. I don't know what it is, but I am a big fan of what it's capable of doing. It does have a calming effect. I do use it, even though it annoys me sometimes. I don't know why. And I absolutely slather Josie in it. Like when she's having a tough day, I slather Josie in it. Yeah, that's a good point too. Digize smells bad. Kat, she's right though, because it's got this weird like ginger smell. I don't know. But it kind of has a sweet smell. Even Chris, when I used it on him the other day, was like, I don't know if I like this. So, trust me, I understand. Good, Becky. Same page. If you ever want to do something that still calms a baby though, use Gentle Baby. I like that one, and it kind of has a more easy smell than lavender, at least for me. And I ran out of it, so I'm back to lavender until I get some more. Okay, we talked about lavender calming, and it's easy. It's one of the most mellow oils, and so it's perfect for kids, especially when you're just starting out using oils with kids. You always have to be really safe and careful. Lemon. Studies have shown that inhaling lemon essential oil can help with feelings of sadness. It can help with clarity of thought. I know teachers that would sometimes diffuse lemon and lavender during tests to kind of help with clarity of thought and relax everybody. It can be uplifting. It can possibly also help with focus and concentration. I like lemon, but I like it for mostly the cleaning purposes, but I'm not going to lie that when I use it, it's still slightly uplifting. I don't know if that's the oil, though, or the enjoyment of the fact that my house is clean. I don't know. I'll think about that one for a bit. All right, we already talked a little bit about Panaway and how it's awesome for sore muscles, muscle support, and tension support. When I have terrible tension, I use it. Oh, my Lord. Don't even get me started. It kind of has a root beer smell to it. I don't diffuse it because I use it for topical use almost always. And because it's a really, really awesome oil, it is expensive, at least in my opinion. So if you guys are looking into Panaway, I would highly recommend you get the kit because you're basically getting it for a super discounted rate. But we'll talk about that later. So it can be uplifting for both your body and mind and can promote feelings of vibrance and letting go. Don't even start the Frozen song, anybody. Yeah, so absolutely right, Kat. If you go to the store and get like just a regular oil, like lavender from the oil from like Woodman's or Albertsons or Baker's or Target or anything like that, a lot of times there's a lot of synthetics in it, and so the oils will smell different. And then when you actually use a real oil, it smells a lot different too. So like you have to be careful if you go get like lavender, one of those bags, like potpourri bags that you want to put in with your clothes. To me, it does smell much different than the real lavender. Okay, so back to oils. Sorry, Kat, I got off track there. Peppermint. This is one of my favorites. A lot of times, like if I'm feeling slightly nervous before CrossFit, like this week has been intense. We've been doing this squat program along with the rest of our workouts, and I'm not lying to you, like I'm exhausted. That might be another reason that I look like this right now, is it's only Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, and I am exhausted. So I have a tendency of putting peppermint in my mouth. Like I'll put it on my thumb and I'll put it on the back of or the top of my mouth to kind of, yeah, Macy, we can't wait to see you. You've been gone too long. And it kind of gives me like a pumped up experience. Like I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Kind of wakes me up a little bit. It's invigorating. It's crisp and clean. A lot of people can associate that smell with like Christmas or anything else. Yeah, I know, Kat, I'm with you, girl. It can promote energy and combat stress. So it's definitely an invigorating smell and definitely helps with emotion. Purification, you guys know I usually talk about this as something that I use for like the laundry or kind of like the spa smell in my room when I've been away from the nail salon or spa for too long. Typical mom syndrome, sorry. But it actually can promote relaxation. It can lessen feelings of anger and help with that. And then it contains lemongrass, which may help with promoting a restful night's sleep, which is always great. RC is awesome, by the way. I usually put it on my shirt right before I go work out because it just gets me pumped up. The eucalyptus just opens everything up and I'm like ready to go. So now I think I associate it with getting pumped up for CrossFit. It can be uplifting possibly and energizing, which is what I need right before CrossFit. Stress Away. So Stress Away is one of the most popular blends. It's like a lime and a vanilla smell, which at first I was like, lime and vanilla, that's weird, but it's actually pretty nice. It can help with combating emotional stress, nervousness. It can promote relaxation, and it can promote calm feelings. Every time people get this in a kit, it's the one that I recommend that they have like at the topper of a roller that you put on it and you just roll on the back of your neck right away. Or you diffuse it right away. That's a good idea too, because it's pretty nice. Okay, Thieves. I've already told you enough about my grandmother's house. So Thieves has a special place in my heart. And I got the household cleaner and I've been using it and I really, really like it because it's this subtle cinnamon warm smell. It's awesome. So it can promote relaxation. It can promote feelings of clarity and focus, and it may help with feelings of uncertainty. So that might be why I actually really, really like it. The only couple other blends I wanted to mention really quick that I use that are not in the starter kit are Joy, Valor, and Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is what I used when I was pregnant, and I use to this day. I'll put it on Chris sometimes. I'll put it on the back of my neck. I'll put some drops in the shower. It's just a nice smell that I absolutely adore, that I feel like makes a difference for me. Joy and Valor, I've talked a little bit about Joy. I combined it with Tangerine and put it in the diffuser, and I swear it was like a bouquet of roses, like fresh roses that were all in my house, and it was just like this amazing smell. But Joy, I mean, it's not like you put some on your wrist and you're like, oh, I feel so joyful now. It's just something I used over a period of time that just uplifted me and made me really happy, and I really enjoyed it. Hi, Kenna. Valor, anytime I need a little bit extra oomph, which I should have put on right before this because I was a hot mess, I'm not gonna lie, a couple minutes before this. It was a hard day today. It's just awesome. Valor is great. If you just need that little kick in the butt before an interview or handling your day-to-day stressors or anything, that's the one that helps me out. So there's a couple other, Dragon Time. I love that it's called Dragon Time, but it's for during, your period. Hi, Mama. But I think it's funny because it's called Dragon Time. But it's supposed to really, really help out and be handy about that time of the month. And then Progestin Plus. Many of our emotions are tied to our hormones, and that one helps support us out. So, I know I ran through this stuff really quick, and it's only 6:15. I think that's about the normal time we stop. It's about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I really like to make these things short. I know, Dragon Time, right? Like we breathe fire during that time. We do. I like to make these short and to the point because I don't want to take up too much of your evening time. I know this is when we should be spending time with our families, but there's going to be some awesome stuff going on this weekend. We're going to do, a group of us in my upline are going to do like a day-long thing where we just pop in and post stuff or do videos, and I may be riding a Harley in one of these videos, so it's going to be about summer safety with oils. I don't know what that has to do with a Harley, but I'm going to somehow incorporate it in there. And then like different ideas like that bug spray. I've got a lot of people asking me about bug spray right now, safely for their kids, because people are worried about DEET and things like that, or sunscreen, or after our like what is it called? Not sunscreen. Sunburn. Look, like I don't even know why I couldn't even say sunburn. I'm terrible. Sunburn is pretty ridiculous, and if you see me, I'm pretty albino, so. But I'm specifically going to talk about photosensitivity with citrus oils, because that's a pretty significant thing. If you don't know, I actually did it to myself. You probably can barely see it. That was a burn I gave myself through photosensitivity, because I literally put bergamot on my hands, rubbed them like this, and then went out in the sun for 3 hours. And a lot of the citrus oils, you should put in a place where it's covered for at least 12 hours, at least with direct sunlight. Just like everything in the world, sometimes you need to be a little bit more careful, and safety is the biggest thing. So the last thing I'd want you guys to do is like cover your face in bergamot and then go outside and then you're wondering why you have crazy red stuff all over your face. That would be terrible. But lavender works really well on burns, in my opinion, so at least you'd have that going for you too. Okay, I don't see any other questions on the page or anything like that. I'm sorry if everybody was expecting something a little bit longer tonight. I'm going to go upstairs and take care of my baby and see my husband for a little bit since it's been such a rough day. If you have any questions about the starter kit or how you can learn more about oils, or if you have any additional questions about how you get involved in selling and sharing oils, hit me up on Faith, Hope, and Lavender. I'm also on Instagram right now. Joanna Bates, or at Joanna Bates, and I post a lot of other stuff. I can't wait until the first week of June because we're going to do a giveaway, a free giveaway. What I'll do is I'll post something. I'm going to it's being hosted, that's what I should say. It's being hosted by Deanna Cooney, who's a LuLaRoe stud. So if that doesn't get you already excited, those LuLaRoe people out there like Mama and Sarah, she's going to be giving something away for free based on if you comment on the post. So look for that the first week of June, and then we'll start a couple more classes in the first week of June too. Again, if you want me to come to your house and do a class, if you want to test out some oils, just let me know. I got you guys. Oh, for a headache, Dad. Thank you. Mom, I didn't know what you meant for a headache. I was like, what does that mean? For head support and tension support, I do Panaway. Pan away all day long. You can just put some on the back of your neck. That pain roller that I create with Pan Away, lemongrass, copaiba, lavender, and lemon in it as a blend, I'll put that on the back of my neck, or even on certain parts of my, as you see me cracking my neck, all the way up into the back of my head here. Sorry, my low battery. I had to charge my phone right before this, or you guys would have had to deal with 5%. And Christina said frankincense and peppermint work really well together too, because peppermint has that nice cooling effect. Hi, Tanya. The starter kits, they do have different prices. It depends on what diffuser you want for free. Some of the diffusers are like super cool and intense and have like yoga music in the background. Dad, I swear to God, my dad, you guys, that's who Dan Davis is in here. In case you're wondering who's making jokes and stuff, that's my father. And I would not enjoy life as much if he didn't give me crap in the middle of me teaching stuff. But I'm sorry, Becky. Yep, it does have different prices. Like Kat said, depends on the diffuser. I have the home diffuser, which works well in about a medium-sized room, and I can click it on to like straight diffusion or straight every 15 seconds diffusion. I'll send you a link about it, Becky. And then they also do PayPal now. So if you don't want to pay the price straight out, you can pay it over like a 6-month time. But you're basically getting $300 worth of products, a diffuser basically for free, and a lot of other stuff as well for free when you pay for it. And then I'll also, if you end up getting the kit, I'll send you roller balls for free, so that way you can make your own blends. And I'll send you a bunch of education, and then get you hooked up with my Facebook site so that you can get continuous education. The worst thing is with, I'm really droning on too. So if you guys need to bounce, feel free, I understand. The biggest thing is with essential oils is continuous education. You need to continue to learn about it. You need to learn about other oils and different things like that, because if you don't have your oils right in front of you, a lot of times you just don't think about it. It's like, oh man, I should really clean the bathroom, and then a week later you're like, wow, what is that smell? You know, it's things like that. Like if you're a mom or you're a busy person, you work and you're like got a lot of stuff going on, you just forget about stuff. So I keep specific roller balls in my bathroom, at my vanity, by Josie's stuff, down here in the kitchen. I even carry a little bag around that has peppermint, RC, the Calm Blend, Stress Away in it, Gentle Baby for Josie, and then Chris has his 2 rollers that he carries around in his pocket all the time. So I can hear my lovely daughter upstairs right now, so I'm going to go save my husband, who I know has everything under control. If you guys have any more questions, hi Kristen, hi Lorena, you just came in, Lorena, and I'm about to leave. Make sure you guys tune in next time. I will put up more reminders. I'll try to drone on a little bit longer too. I like to make these quick and efficient. Sorry. And I will talk to you guys soon. Again, Faith, Hope, and Lavender. Just rewatch the video if you want to, or send me a message if you have any questions. I have plenty of time, I swear. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.